right on the amazing. Steaming.
I want to tell you a story.
This has been brought to you by the Campus Action Network. We can't normalize y'all.
I'm ready to get up and do nothing.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I want to get into it, man, you know.
That is not what we're doing.
How about you?
Fuck no, dude. Not gonna fucking happen.
Where's that faggot?
Oh my god, yes.
Do it, man. Because this is gonna be so awesome if we get it right.
I wish I could say the same for you.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, bro, can we come party with you in the pros tonight?
How are we going to stop now, right?
What really good?
That's Rich. Play me off, Johnny. I'm Rick James.
You're now listening to the Bacon Hour Podcast.
All you lovely people, please subscribe and follow me on social media.
So, come on, little chicken. I'll tell you, man.
No one respects the silence. It serves the foundation of creativity.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the Bacon Hour Podcast. I'm your host with the most voices, Steven, and today we have a very, very special episode. This is the big crossover, right, guys? Yeah, oh my gosh, let's cheer on, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, whoa, different voices in the other room. Who are you guys?
Well, we're Lime. We're
Lime?
Lime Podcast. I'm Raj from Lime, by the way.
He's Raj from Lime, and you are?
I'm just Raj from Lime's friend.
Raj from Lime's friend.
You could just call me Josiah.
Yeah, okay, I got you, man. Oh my goodness.
Please, Raj from Lime's friend is my father.
Okay, I got you, man. Very, very formal. I love that. So, guys, welcome on board the show. How are you guys feeling today?
Dude, I am excited. A little fun fact, this is you guys are kind of like our forefathers, our founders in a sense, because you guys helped us start off recording our podcast here.
Oh,
so
man, yeah.
Being full circle here is kind of nice. It's kind of cool.
It's kind of a little bit of lore, guys, listeners. If you didn't know, these two wonderful people here that started Lime, they recorded their very first episode, right? Was it?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually listened to it last night.
Really?
And we recorded like a test episode, and during the episode that we recorded here, we're like, guys, last time, and we never put that episode
so
out.
it's like stupid continuity.
Yeah.
But yeah, we helped, I graciously offered my little studio here to them, and they just took off, They went from wee little babby babies to these full grown ass men who can just fly, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we're flying.
Yeah, it's flying.
I'm so sore.
Yeah.
Flew all the way here.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
I bet. Oh, man. Like buffalo wings in the sky. So, today we'll be talking about film and just film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little process of filmmaking and a little process of acting, too. And, what kind of media we consume that helps that we draw inspiration from, that kind of cool stuff.
You guys can't see, but he pointed directly at me.
Pointed directly at his
finger
face.
in my.
And I was like,
he touched my eye.
Yeah,
actually.
I touched his eyeballs. Like, you better know what we're talking
Next
about.
week it's gonna be pink. My eyes just totally.
You
pink.
read the spreadsheet right before
the spreadsheet?
we were supposed to for this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, yeah, I did.
Right.
Yeah, of course I would never. You
remember cell B62, right?
Cell B62, yes.
What
Thou shall never mock Bacon Hour.
Good. Okay, yeah. I hope you also read up on C722 because that one's really important.
Hey, come on, relax a little bit, man. Dude. You're fucking.
No, I'm doing good. I have this Celsius here.
Yeah.
My heart's gonna burst.
Definitely not sponsored by Celsius. Definitely not sponsored by anything. I don't make money off this thing. But anyways, yeah.
We're not the IRS, man. It's all right.
They're fucking great. So anyways, let's begin with the process of filmmaking. I know you two know a hell of a lot more about that than I do, so I'm going to just hand it off to you guys. So tell me, the process of filmmaking, what do you think goes into it,
Filmmaking. Well, we haven't made a short film, so
it's
already
experts.
Experts. Yeah, so that's kind of the one thing that we're missing, I would say, is actually having made film, that part of filmmaking. But I think we all of Lime, all of us have at least somewhat participated in filmmaking. I've acted a bit.
Well, yeah, you haven't like maybe directed a short film, but you've been a part of short films.
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
Can you let us a little insight on that?
Yeah. So during my time in Davis, I was in Davis Filmmaking Society.
Whoa.
You know, it's like this like high group of like they wear like
They wear
owl masks and stuff.
It's like high society. Like they don't want their identities to be revealed.
It's like
but
weird.
You're right
shit,
here, so you're pretty much exposing them.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to be a little careful about what I say. But
Okay.
yeah, we I met a lot of people through there, and I started off as an extra in one of my friends' short films.
Oh.
And then from there, like every quarter, we'd have like, you know, like little filmmaking challenges, short film things. I played a blind man in my friend's short film. Yeah, blind man musician.
It was really fucking offensive, dude.
It was really, yeah.
You played that shit like Mr. Magoo.
Dude, the next Mr. Magoo.
No.
This guy was like Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, just cracking jokes. Be like, I would say that if I saw that, haha.
That's crazy that you did that.
I know. Well,
very bold of you, very brave of you.
Yeah, in reality, it was like, it was my first ever role, so I was definitely very nervous, and being blind as your first role is kind of like...
Yeah, that's intense. I can imagine.
So I did a lot of research on like just like mannerisms. I had to learn how to use the walking stick, just kind of like the motion of it, make it seem natural.
Or just like whacking it on the
pavement. Yeah. And like just things like that. It was a really, really cool like communal feeling to it, which I really enjoyed.
Right.
And I think the thing that I learned the most was just that like while you're making stuff, it kind of, and not to say that it feels like it's not good, but it feels kind of incomplete. And I constantly was thinking like, maybe I could have done that better. You know, maybe I could have. You know, maybe I should have. I wish we could redo that. Yeah. And then like, you know, as it goes post production and whatnot, you see the final product and you're like, wow, you know what? There's, because it's the actor's point of view, you only think of the scene there, but all these things come together and you're like, wow, that's actually that's good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's my side. I know you worked with DiCaprio, I think. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, dude. I heard about that. How was that? How was working with DiCaprio?
Oh, me and Lee.
Yeah.
We got up to some hijinks.
What kind of hijinks? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Go on.
We tried it all.
What do you mean by that?
Everything, everyone.
What do you mean by that?
Let's just say not much actual filmmaking went down, but we got inspired.
What do you mean by that?
Let's just say Tim Allen would shake in his boots.
Oh.
If he knew the things that we did.
It's like the saying goes, when DiCaprio yawns, Tim Allen shivers a little bit.
He shivers.
Yeah,
he shivers every
even
time.
Tim Allen shivers.
Notoriously, Tim Allen and Leo DiCaprio were always like neck and neck.
Yeah, they competed for Santa Claus.
Titanic.
They competed for Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, I know that, dude. But no, seriously though, like, what's your filming?
Yeah,
I know you've done a few things. I know there was Over the Fence back in like 2000.
Classic Over the Fence.
That's some lore you guys are never gonna know about, but unless it comes to light, it's lost media kind of technically.
Yeah, that'd be fun to post. Cause that one's like an old enough one where it's like not embarrassed. Cause I feel like there can be like embarrassing videos and you're like, oh, I posted that whenever I was like 16. You're like, that's like too close to. Oh shit, sorry.
You should.
They tried to take me out.
You just hit the King Ghidorah of mic setups right now.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? I was his metalhead.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, okay, yeah.
Wait, I don't know what this is, by the way. This really is lost media. What is Over the Fence?
You don't know Over the Fence?
Okay,
is?
so I would just put it in perspective for you. Over the Fence was like a little short film that me and Josiah did. It was just like when
like fourth grade.
Like in fourth grade.
Or no, like sixth grade.
Fifth grade.
Like, yeah.
And it was like just like I think it was just like the whole narrative was just like, oh, it seems Over the Fence. And we like go over, it's like, whoa, it's a whole ass forest, but it's just like a almond field that we filled it.
No, you combined two. That's the stick.
Oh,
Over the Fence is your house, remember? And I'm just a guy who's like, I'm gonna hop this fence.
Yeah.
And you're like a cop, and I hop the fence, and you're like, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
And I'm like, well, I had to do nothing. And it has like no plot at all. But.
Yeah, it's just like shot after shot.
So maybe we are filmmakers. We've been cooking.
Yeah.
We have been
cooking.
Over the Fence 2. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, we could put that one not just because like it's so like we're so young in it that's not embarrassing. It's not like this is like me at 17. I
need to like jack up for the role so that nobody thinks like he's like a cute little kid then and he's like some big fat.
We remake it now.
Yeah.
We're gonna use AI on the old video.
Age you up.
Yeah,
age me up. Yeah.
I'm familiar with the stick.
The stick, yeah.
Because of the famous stick cut.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the stick cut, man. It's just like as a kid, I didn't understand what cutting a scene really meant, but I understood that people cut. So there's like a shot where I'm like walking and it cuts and I'm walking, but like in the same. It doesn't change angles or anything.
It's just like the same scene, but it just cuts to like a different part of that exact scene.
Yeah, but the funny part about that is like in Taxi Driver they do that, like. In Scorsese's Taxi Driver, he's walking down like a street and it just cuts like a second ahead, and it's like such a fun little like editing like detail, right? So where it's like, so I did it as an amateur kid, and it's really just like me not understanding anything, but it comes all the way around. I'm an auteur.
Yeah,
you cut in the middle of the
Even the
take.
professionals like just know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I know I've partook in some filmmaking and stuff. At least I was an actor on. I know. Yeah, he pointed at the thing. Future me, can you edit the movie poster that I was in for that short film I was in called Daisy? It's right there on the screen. Yeah, if you're listening to this, if this ever goes on Spotify or something, too bad. It's a YouTube exclusive. Bless you, my guy. This is a YouTube exclusive little joke. I love doing that. Again, dude, you're like you're like stepping on my grill.
Sorry, I'm just allergic. I'm allergic to bullshit. No, sorry about that.
But anyways, yeah, I was a part of this film called Daisy, and it was really fun to film because we had shot it like completely out of order. Like the only reason why I was able to like get on that project was because my friend, I love her by the way, she's cool. She like her dad's a director, but he's kind of like he's like a small time like director of like just these little short films that he just like
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I think it was Sam Raimi or something. Yeah, but you know, she put me up to it. She's like, "Hey, my dad's looking for people. Do you want to like be in his store?" I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
And so, like, basically, the whole premise of that short film is just like, oh, there's this like farmer guy who just like he's like a war vet, and then he like brought back some like little bat thing from like his time in Afghanistan, and then like that little bat thing grew to like this little like homunculoid like bat creature thing, and it just like every time he'd just be like, "Hey, Daisy, you're getting hungry. It's feeding time." He'll just like let it out and go like kill people and shit. And there's like a subplot narrative, like these people like investigating like the disappearances happening around, and they're like tying it together like the fucking farm guy, and like all that stuff. I figured like when I sat down and watched it because they played it in the theater, I was like, whoa, it was like kind of like cool short film stuff. I've like found out like down the line like where I fit in the narrative. It's like, man, I'm like a fucking hour into this movie. Where am I? And it's like, oh, I'm just another victim of the Daisy. And it was a lot of fun to like show up there, and we did like a Q&A after the fact. I know we filmed my scene during the Kerman Harvest Festival. Like my friend's dad, like the director, like used that as like the backdrop. He's like, you know what's perfect? You know, let's just use that.
Yeah.
He was like, it came out pretty well. And that was fun to do. It was so fun to get like bloodied up and all that, and like just shoot scenes and whatnot. And it's like I do agree. Like I've kind of with what Raj said earlier. Like I could have done better. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but you know, as when it came out, it's like people loved it. But anyways, yeah, we did a whole Q&A. It was fun to answer questions. And I was like, wow, shit, this is what it feels like to do things in life. But yeah.
That shit's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
When I saw you share that post, it was like a screenshot of you, and it was like new short film Daisy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
so
like,
who's that
cool.
handsome guy? It's like, what? Like you'd never expect like me to see me in like a fucking website article.
Dude.
But yeah, that's crazy. A lot of the cast was so nice too that like showed up at the thing. There's only one person that didn't show up. And that was the titular. That was the person who played Daisy. Yeah, Vat.
The
creature.
Vat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't show up because they were in like LA, like doing like makeup school.
Oh
wow.
So yeah, there's that. Kind of moving a little bit forward here.
Oh yeah.
The process of acting. Raj, I know you got a little bit of experience with acting. What kind of cool shit do you got to do to get prepared for a role, like to just get into it? You know.
Yeah.
You got really into that like the Leto technique, right?
I heard.
I started sending the
Death
most
threats?
disgusting, vile shit to all my co-stars.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to really. My role was just a musician, so it didn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I wanted them to really understand my character, so I would send just bags of trash. I would dig up used moldy
condoms.
bread, used condoms. I would send.
He sent them in letters.
In letters, yeah. And I think it really helped me. It kind of got me in this mindset of I'm a musician. You work towards your art, and me doing that kind of made me feel like I was making my own music.
Yeah.
Each letter was like its own note. So. And then at the end, it was this great orchestra.
But you got cut though.
I did. I got immediately fired after the first condom. Yeah.
Did you at least explain to them dude, I'm just trying to get into character. This is my process.
No, I'm not allowed to talk to them anymore. I can't get close to them. Yeah.
He was screaming, "It's the Leto method!
It's the Leto method!"
He won an Oscar.
I know there's a side to pro method acting, I'm kind of more anti method acting. I don't know, I just feel like it's a little, sometimes it's a little how should I say this? I think some people go too overboard.
Yeah.
Leto, obviously.
Yeah. I think I'm neutral, where I'm if you're doing a nice person role, right?
Yeah, then it's
go, you could be Mr. Rogers all you want on set,
right?
But if you're playing a rude character, you should really limit how often you're in that mindset, because you don't just be
because it could fucking take over. You'd be just come in and be like, "Hi, Mr. Coaster," shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
right?
You're there's no excuse, because you're I'm filming later.
I don't know, dude. I've seen a lot of actors who play the meanest fuck characters. Doesn't matter it's a comedy or it's a fucking serious film. Or nicest fucking people on the planet.
Yeah.
Except Anthony Starr. That guy got arrested twice, I think. That guy's taking that Homelander bit.
Hey, who I am? He's good. He's good.
Dude, he's taking that Homelander bit a little too far, but I guess it works for when he gets on set,
Whatever works,
Sometimes
whatever. Gotta live in it.
He's living. He's best of both worlds,
Yeah, I kind of going to the original question. It kind of weirdly relates to method acting. So you know what, the Jared Leto, maybe there's a little Jared Leto in me because the blind. So I was
never want to hear that.
the blind short film is called Vision, and in it my co-star, who is this street performer, I shared a lot of scenes with him. Obviously, he's the co-lead, and because I'm a blind character, I never made eye contact with him in any of the scenes. I'd always just kind of look slightly above, or I'm looking away from him and just kind of pointing my ear kind of towards him. And it got to the point where we were shooting and reshooting all these scenes so much that we'd be hanging out in between takes and in between scenes, and I wouldn't be looking him in the eyes. And then I was this is really weird. I gotta get used to this, because we ended up working on other stuff later, and I was I gotta get used to kind of looking at you, because I'm just so used to not looking at your face or not looking at your eyes specifically.
That's that Charlie Cox thing, right?
Yeah, but it's in reverse, kind of, or just it's specific to him. I couldn't look him in the eyes. But yeah, it's the very interesting thing about working on short films over there is that it was a lot of the same people. So you kind of
you get familiar with them.
You get familiar with them, and it's kind of, for me, one thing that was a little tough was breaking away from I'm playing this role around them. But I did a Western short film, and I play a very different character. I play a bandit, but it kind of devolves into we're all just friends making something fun, and I'm just kind of myself. So I think kind of part of filmmaking that I want to explore more here is kind of the I don't want to say taking it more seriously, because that's not what I'm trying to say. Just taking it more really leaning into a character, because I think outside of Vision, it was a lot of it was just kind of fun, we're just making silly stuff, I really want to, that's kind of a side of filmmaking and acting that I want to approach more, is very serious acting and filmmaking. We've acted recently in a thing for Lime, not to plug any stuff,
not to plug our Cash App,
not to plug their Patreon.
I'm fucking crazy over here,
dude. You keep, I can't believe
there's a bar right here.
You keep choking the mic if it's a fucking like a gizzard or something.
You were slapping the mic.
King Gizzardra. That was bad. It's nothing.
Yeah, but we had to cut a lot of that, the acting stuff, because some of the stuff you said. So
I was deep in character.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. Yeah, you said a lot of really fucked up stuff.
I was deep in character. I didn't even know where it went.
Yeah. Steven, we'll tell you about it after the pod. But
Like they'd
really
say action, right? And it was like I went into a tunnel, and then whenever I came out, only the Lord knows what I did. Hands bloodied.
You like blacked out.
Yeah, but and all I could hope for was just like I would come back, right? Yeah. And I'd take like my hands off the cameraman.
you assaulted Grip. You assaulted Grip one and
I did. We had to go 3 and 4.
You gripped the grip, man.
And when I would wake up, right, just right.
Yeah.
My first thing that would always be, did we get the shot? That's what I'd say.
The guy's like just trying to breathe. Like, do we get that? They're just looking at you like, just like mouth like a gape, like just like wide eyed, just like. Can we take 5?
Which I never understood why you did any of that, because you were casted as Friendly Man #1. So,
yeah, I didn't either. Yeah. That's the scary thing. I didn't know why I did that.
Yeah, it really pushed back our schedule a lot.
Yeah. But it worked. That's what you need.
I guess so. I mean, that's crazy. That's how the process of acting can affect you like that. But anyways, shaking his head like he's not remembering every bit of it.
I know, like we just did a bit. You did act very well in that, though.
Yeah. In what?
I was actually
in the churro video.
Yeah, in our Subway churro.
Oh, I appreciate
video.
that.
Oh yeah.
I think
I gotta plug that in real quick. Yeah,
I feel like you did personally.
They did a great video. The Line Boys did it again.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, man. It's a pretty great video.
I feel like that's a great example too of, like, I don't know, because that's like a full like sketch video.
Yeah.
And like filming that, it was like I was like, does any of this matter? Does this work? And there's like editing, and I'm like, oh. But then like you edit for so long, I'm like, is this funny? Am I just saying stuff? And you put it out, and you're like, oh, like I think it's really easy to forget that the thing that you're working on, no one else besides people working on it really have seen. So like to me, this is like, I've seen this a trillion times over and over.
So
whatever.
It's like not funny. Yeah.
It's like nothing about it is funny to me. Nothing about it ever.
Yeah.
So then when someone's like, "That was a cool part," I'm like, "Was it really? Or are you just like
Are you just being nice?
Yeah, are you just being nice? Please."
I fucking feel that too, because some of the stuff I edit, when I see it like a trillion times, I'm replaying it a million times, and I think like, "Oh, this was funny at first," and then I hear it again. It's like, this is starting to sound really fucking annoying. Like I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna find this fucking funny. But lo and behold, people always tell me like, dude, you're a trailblazer on your fucking little thing right here that you do. And it's like, I love the scene or the acting in this particular part. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And I think too, like, it's like a similar thought process I've had recently where when I'm thinking about my favorite like movies and I'm like, oh, like which movies do I have do I have like in my collection, right? Yeah. In my mind, I'm always like, oh, I need to expand it. Like these are all like way too these films are all movies that everyone knows. I don't have anything original. But then like some people be like, oh, I've never heard of like Under the Silver Lake, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are like only known. Like I've like that because I've seen them. You know what I mean?
I've never heard of The Godfather or.
I think it's easy just to like second guess yourself for any intro. The Godfather.
It was fucking funny. Is that like recently? Like I never knew for the longest time. I've always seen the GIF. I've always seen the photo of like the look how they massacred my boy like part. For the longest time, I have never known how he delivered that. So in my mind, I always thought he just delivered like, look at how they massacred my boy or something, right? Like that's how I thought he would deliver it for the longest time. Fucking looked it up the other day, and I was like, holy shit, this is like exceeds like what I initially thought.
It's
like,
Brando, that motherfucker.
Dude, he sounds so like defeated and
care,
like,
bro.
Fucking
incredible actor.
He got that dog in him.
He did.
He got that little cannoli.
You see like Christopher Reeve, Superman?
Yeah.
Like, because Marlon Brando was like a terrific actor, but notoriously like a pain in the ass to work with because he'd show up to set and be like, I don't know my lines. I'm not standing there. I'm sitting. But like for Superman, I guess like Chris Reeve was like super excited to work with him.
Yeah.
And he was like big asshole on set. He's good in that movie, but like whenever he was like reading lines to
like Christopher Reeve or like the other guy.
Marlon Brando, who plays Jor-El. And when Jor-El's like talking to baby Kal-El, the shot is like him with his hand like on the baby, and they put his lines on the baby because he didn't memorize them. But there's an interview with Chris Reeves like on the talk show, and he's like, I told him straight up like, it's really fucking disappointing that like one of the greatest of all time comes to set without knowing his lines. It's just a big asshole. And I'm like, yeah, Chris Reeve, you're like, can you imagine being like a young actor?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine right now if you work on a set?
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, yeah, Leo shows up and he's just like, I don't know shit. And you were like, hey, Mr. DiCaprio,
like,
you're a piece of shit.
Hey,
a lot of people look up to you, man.
It's like, man, fuck you.
Yeah, like that's awesome.
That's like like memorizing lines. Honestly, I feel like it's been forever because a lot of the stuff we do is like even the churro video was like mostly improv dialogue.
Yeah.
So like I'm looking forward to the next time we do like something that's like fully scripted and like written out because it was like a very rough outline and we made it in like we filmed the whole thing technically in a day. And then or like a couple hours, and then we went and just did reshoots one day for a couple of
all
scenes.
the red stuff, all the scenes that were red were added separately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You guys did like, I mean, even if it's like, oh, you had a rough outline, you improv it. You guys did a great fucking job with it.
Thank you.
It's like, it's just like a good display of your guys' like creative. How would I say, like? It's like creative motif, or I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, it's like just a good display of like how like on the like, you know, on the fly thinking you could do, and like how you can just push the like narrative you guys are trying to tell.
Oh, thank
so
you.
fucking good.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
That could technically be. We said we never made a short film. We could technically just be like, go back in it and just put short film in the title.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah pretty
we
much.
could,
Yeah.
I think with most sketches, you could just be like, just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
Especially the middle bit of that, I think we try to lean into more like creative. The cinematography be a bit more like thought out and stuff like that.
Dude, Raj like just descending behind the little island was like the scariest fucking part of the whole fucking video.
It's funny too because like that whole video was Raj's idea for like the main. Like the first plan, but you said like Subway churro review, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you had the idea of like going insane too. So then like that whole shot was like we kind of planned out that shot on the day, but you like descending so funny because it worked out so perfectly without.
It did. It's like it's just like fucking the camera like snaps over. He's just like elevator down. It's like what the fuck.
That whole one take had a lot of moving parts, and I'm so surprised we got it down in like the second or third try. Like, the first try, poor Jalen who was operating the camera.
I was gonna ask like who's the camera? Is it Jalen? It's like yes.
Yeah,
Jalen.
Poor Jalen slammed his foot on this like piece of wood that I had in front of the door. We forgot to move.
Dude, yes. We're like we mentioned it too. Like there's a piece of wood there. Watch out. And then first take, he's like, oh.
You guys should have kept like that.
Dude, I'm a madman. The Celtics make me.
You gotta stop. You're gonna destroy the whole set, man.
I'm gonna turn this way.
Ooh,
look at that.
Right.
I'm turning my back to.
Yeah.
Mr. Really Bacon Hour.
Hey, look at me when I'm fucking podcasting.
Whoa, holy
look at me when I'm talking to you.
Look at
both
me.
of you.
Yeah.
All right, so you two are Lime.
Yeah,
No.
you're Bacon Hour.
Yeah,
and I'm
you're
Bacon Hour.
yeah.
This is my brother Chris.
Yeah.
So what made you guys decide to sell Lime?
Oh,
to Bacon Hour?
we were given a very lucrative deal. Jeff Bezos wanted to take our podcast and just
President
Bezos.
Thank you.
Wanted to take her podcast and be like, I'm gonna make this into my own little show.
Yeah,
and
like, quite frankly, Secretary of State, I can't have a media position talking. It's just not appropriate for my position, so I had to give up the job.
And then, oh man,
Bezos,
President Bezos.
Oh
my God,
President Dyer.
President.
No.
President Emperor
Ooh,
Bezos.
Emperor? Oh my gosh.
God,
I'm actually from the future. That's how I knew
God
that.
Emperor.
Yeah.
That's a secret. That's how Lime is so ahead. We knew that if we posted a video about the Subway churro, it would get roughly 200 views.
Yeah,
we
roughly.
knew, 'cause I'm from the future.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet it's gonna skyrocket after that.
It is.
It's the algorithm's gonna bless you guys and be like, look at that.
Ask me about the Lakers game.
I'm trying not to check the score, man.
What's happening to the Lakers?
It's happening right now.
They're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
Please,
I'm
I
from
hope
the future.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing in the playoffs.
You know what? I wanted to point this out because I want to give you credit for this. In the churro video, the scene where he punches the churro, and the camera pans over to me like on the call, entirely improvised. Are
you serious?
I was taking a phone call from my mom in the room,
and
they did it, and perfectly as they pan, I'm just on the phone walking by in frame in the door, pans back to him. I don't know how you guys did that. It was so perfect.
You're like being like actually serious.
Yeah, that was entirely just
fucking genius.
Yeah, his mom called him, so we did I did it once, but Jalen didn't get it on camera.
Oh.
So cause I was like record whatever, and it's like me like looking, and then he like doesn't pan back, and I punch it. Yeah, it was just we did it twice, and luckily you were like walking in circles in the room, so like you walk into frame.
Oh man. Wow, man, Jesus Christ! It's just there's not anything else positive I could say about it that I've ever.
Thank you.
I've already said all the positive things.
Yeah,
Now let's get to the negative.
Yeah.
Now let me critique. No. Moving on here a little bit. Why don't you guys talk about the media you guys consume and how you draw inspiration from that? I want to touch upon that.
TikTok, weed.
I'll let you guys go.
Yeah.
TikTok, weed.
TikTok, weed.
1, 2, 3 movies, X videos. You just cycle through those, and you're gonna get your brain going.
Yeah. Papa Zen, right? Go through TikTok 15 minutes. Hop on X videos 5 minutes.
Dude, I didn't even move.
You're gonna fucking spread your legs a little bit.
It's because I have to be close, right?
Man spread a little.
I have to be close, but then it's right here. So then I get close.
Man spread, please.
Put one leg there, one leg there. There you go.
But then the Celsius is giving me the
goddamn
jitters.
pretzel right now.
All right,
I told you not to drink 4 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Going on, I know you a little bit of weed, a little bit of Percocet, a little bit of
Molly.
That's just in the morning.
Yeah, it's just
get me going.
Yeah. In the nighttime though.
The nighttime, little
red 40
morphine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Injected in my blood.
I'm tired.
Just
but you said media that we
like media in terms of like what like fucking movies or like cartoons or like TV
like growing
shows.
up or recent.
Growing up, recent, I don't care. I know I'm gonna just talk a little bit here just to kind of give you guys some time to think. A lot of the stuff I watched growing up were just a bunch of like Disney movies and stuff, so I kind of was like, oh man, I love it. Never really thought about animation a whole lot until my older brother, he like taught me like the process of like animation stuff, so I'm like I love looking at more at that now. I'm like, holy shit, the character acting goes into these things, and not just that, but like just different little like tones you could set or whatever, because there's like it shows in my work. Sometimes I'll have what could be a comedic scene or something that's not supposed to be taken seriously. I would be like, you know what, fuck it, music changes, tone changes, and then we're gonna make this a little more serious because I'm like, oh, maybe because I think there's some sort of underlying like detail going on here, but in reality probably it's not. I don't know. It's just the way I would see it through my eyes. And then just generally like when I got into watching like a bunch of like live action movies that I've wanted to watch, that's when it's like, oh, now my perspective has broadened a whole lot, because it's like now there's just like, goddamn, there's so many movies out there. I can't name them all, like the ones I've watched so far, but like I don't know, it's like just so goddamn great. And if I think of one that's like on my mind right now that's like I thought was good, and I like thought like, oh, this is like a good like serious movie that I could just sit down and watch it each time, is Leon the Professional with Jean Reno.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it.
That's where I keep getting all the Gary Oldman like bit from it. Like
I heard it's fantastic.
It's fucking, it's great.
It's like Natalie Portman's.
Yeah, Natalie Portman's like, I think it's her like first role ever, like when she was like kid. Yeah. But it's so fucking good, and it's like, it's just, I don't know. I recommend people to watch it and stuff. I don't know, maybe The Fifth Element, but yeah, this is another fucking Gary Oldman one. Something Gary Oldman and
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. I don't know. There's a lot more, but those are just the only two that like, pop into my mind. But yeah, that's from the media I've consumed. Shows and what I create and whatnot. I'm not gonna get too much into detail because then I won't shut the fuck up. But you guys,
that's I feel that's kind of it's a loaded question, because I always think of two ways of it. I think of it as in media I consume that inspire me, and like the filmmaking side, right? Mm-hmm. And then the other side is like the media I consume that inspires my like style of comedy, like which is, I think that's more like the line podcast side of like our bits and the things we do there. Start with like the filmmaking one. I think for me, this year especially has been a big year for me in terms of watching movies. I've been watching a ton of movies. I had a bit of a hiatus recently, but like I've been trying to go on like a streak. I'm trying to get those numbers up. Yes, sir. So I've been watching a lot of great movies, and someone not particularly from this year though, but I've always kind of liked watching his stuff, is Alfonso Cuarón. He did funnily enough, oh shit, I almost knocked over water. Funnily enough, you mentioned Gary Oldman. He did Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter.
Oh.
Yeah. He also did Children of Men. He
Incredible
did.
movie. I think it's the only one I've seen from him though. That's the only movie I've
Oh,
seen.
he did Y Tu Mama También, which is one of my favorite movies as well. And the thing I really love that he does is like is just like telling stories through just like things happening in the background. Like they're never in the forefront, never in the foreground. Just like in Y Tu Mama También, there's like a lot of stuff that's just happen. A lot of the movie takes place inside of a car while they're on a road trip, and a lot of stuff involving like the political climate at the time and like all these riots and stuff is just happening on the outside of the car. So it's kind of like two different stories being told at the same time. I really always like that and kind of want to incorporate stuff like that in my filmmaking. Acting wise, I would say like watching big Daredevil head here. We mentioned Charlie Cox. You know, he's always kind of, his work has always, inspired me. And then the comedy angle, I think both you and I grew up heavily on like a lot of like comedy YouTubers, gaming YouTubers.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of my bit stuff comes from there. Yours as well. I think Super Mega is a big influence, and then like I'll say Conan O'Brien.
Oh my god.
Is a big like influence on my comedy as well. Yeah.
Conan's awesome.
Yeah. You always said a big influence for you was like you said R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I keep answering these questions, and then when I pass them up to you, I give you the most fucked up.
Man.
I give him the most fucked up scenario to defend.
Like,
yeah, well, like
you're pissing on him.
No, like you guys can say what you want, but he was funny, bro. Yeah. No, yeah. I think bringing up Conan's a great point. And there's like certain like people that you don't realize. Like I've always said, like I thought Matthew Perry, even though it's like specific because he plays Chandler in Friends.
Yeah.
And he was like. He did other stuff, but he was mainly for that.
Yeah.
But they played Friends like all the time on channels constantly, and like I like that show.
Nick.
But like that character of like Chandler, like how Matthew Perry's comedy style is like so specific and so like I think inspired so many people after that, and like his like sarcastic like one like I don't even know how to describe it.
His little witty banter.
Yeah, it's like witty, but has like an edge type of thing. Like, where, like the thing he's saying is kind of snarky.
Yeah.
But like. I've always thought like he was like super inspirational to a ton of people, and I've always like really thought of that. But for like movies and stuff, like I don't know, growing up, like my family always liked movies, but we didn't like watch a ton. But it was enough to where like my mom at least realized I liked movies, so she would buy like DVDs and stuff.
Oh.
Just because like he could watch this and like distract him.
It's physical media.
I watched like Disney's Dinosaur. Remember that?
Dude, don't ever fucking mention dinosaurs on this podcast,
man.
dude. Scared the shit out of me because
What?
CGI dinosaurs as a kid scared the fuck out of me, dude.
I
like
meanwhile me.
I like seeing me just like,
dude.
fucking running shit. Yeah, no.
But yeah, like that, like, stuff like that was like great, and it was like my family liked movies enough that they would show me old stuff. Like I watched like Indiana Jones, and I saw.
Oh, you were hella big in the Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, man.
Fucking whipped the shit.
You
out of me
still
one
are,
time.
man.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, you still do that.
Dude,
Whoa.
I swear to God, he hangs like the bullwhip, like the replica.
I had a
bull-
real-
He has a replica bullwhip in his room, and I like look at it. And it's like, I just look at it like in fear. Like, is he gonna take it? Is he gonna take it down?
We used the whip.
It wasn't a real whip, right?
I know.
We used the whip in like a proto Lime video.
Yeah. No, but I remember I was able to grab Steven with like his leg. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh my
Shit hurt,
god,
dude.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, at least we knew like you could function, but it was probably,
Yeah, it was like it had like Indiana Jones like tag on it, so it wasn't like a tour and stuff. But you're able to like wrap it around. Stuff.
that's cool.
can't swing from it though. But
Can't swing from it. Yeah. But yeah, like so like because of that, I was able to watch a lot of like old stuff too.
Yeah.
Old animated things like Aristocats and Robin Hood, like that really weird era of Disney that was like we're losing money. We're losing money.
It was that era of Disney that was like, I don't know, the best way I can describe that era of Disney is like that they had like that like sketchy look. Like if you look really closely at like the kind of
they reuse stuff.
It's like they reuse stuff, and then it's like that sketchy kind of look. It's like really pronounced in.
It's pretty interesting, like to watch that era. Where
It
everything
is.
is like clearly like they did not have the money to finish this, but they did.
Renaissance era.
But yeah, it was like watching stuff like that as a kid was like what got me hooked into film. But then as I got older, I just like kind of progressively was like would find certain like things outside of just like what you grow up on, you know. So it's like Damien Chazelle, who did like Whiplash and La La Land,
Yeah,
is like and Babylon, one of my favorite directors. like it's like some recent ones too. That's just interesting. Like we rewatched the Spider-Man films in theaters. I know you did too. Right?
I did. Yeah, I recently had done that. I gotta tell you, man, it's so surreal because of what like those were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even old enough to go to a movie theater, let alone like buy a fucking ticket to the movie.
Yeah.
So watching it is like it's a whole different experience. Like just kind of like holy shit, this is what it would have been like if I was like young man in 2002, 2004, 2007, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just like Jesus.
It was so good though.
It's so fucking good. I love how they don't like when it comes to like the sound in the theater. They're just like just make sure it peaks. Like just turn it all the way up and just leave it for the rest of the movie. Like just let it fucking scare you and shit. Genuinely had me jumping at some points. Fucking second movie. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
so good, dude.
I love
so good.
Sam Raimi, man. That's an inspiration.
Yeah,
that dude has like tone and character.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, we saw that. I remember those are probably honestly out of any like film series that I've watched, I think the Raimi Spider-Man movies and Lord of the Rings are the ones I've rewatched the most like ever. I think
mine thing is probably like Star Wars. And
they're just iconic.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to pick that.
Boy, you're just destroying
my
set,
table,
dude.
man.
That part was already peeled. I didn't peel it anymore.
I know. Yeah, we gotta replace that. This big decal on the table.
Yeah. Do you ever find it interesting thinking about our generation, roughly, like kind of maybe slightly older than us, but is like the first generation that has YouTube as I feel like a creative influence?
Right.
Because like growing up for most people, it's like theater, film, could be TV. TV's more recent though too for that.
Yeah.
But it's still like film was my inspiration. But I feel like film is my main like passion. Like I love movies and stuff, but also like I do love YouTube in its separate sense, and like especially it's comedy and like growing up watching, like I watched a lot of Smosh was like a big one.
Oh boy.
Ryan Higa's like fantastic. Like he's like older people, of course, right? But even now, it's like there's so many consistently like great and funny things put out on YouTube and even like TikTok.
Yeah.
That I'm like those things I think can also form what you feel comedy is and are entertaining in a separate sense. So it's cool just being like, oh yeah, I grew up and I was like really inspired by like oh yeah, I love George Lucas, whatever, right? But it's like. But then Smosh, Ian and Anthony, you're like
fucking iconic, man.
Like in their own sense, like it's like a separate medium that they've also mastered
it's like
in a sense.
That part of the creative spectrum and shit.
Like you loved Ray William Johnson.
I loved Ray William Johnson, and then I freaked the fuck out when they got Jack McBrayer, and I didn't know who that was at the time. But I was like, later down the line, it's like, holy shit, that's fucking Fix It Felix. That's Fix It fucking Felix. He's like, hey guys, funny video.
I forgot he was on there.
He was, and then they had some other chick on there, but nobody cares about her.
Whoa.
She only appeared for like 3 episodes or something. And they're like,
Jenna Marbles?
No, it wasn't Jenna Marbles.
Superwoman.
It was, no,
Superwoman.
Shut up. No,
you were always ahead of it though. For like, I remember like this is crazy. Steven was always ahead on like YouTube stuff because you like showed me. Like in 4th grade, I remember you came to my house and you were like, yeah, look at this on YouTube, and you went on and you showed me Happy Wheels, and it was like PewDiePie played Happy Wheels. I'm like, dude, that was like so early on.
Yeah.
For you to know that, it was like a compilation.
It's because like
it's what got him popular.
Yeah, no, it's because like at that time, like it's because like my old best friend, he like introduced me to PewDiePie. And I was like, look at this. And I was like, holy shit, this is fun. And I just followed the shit out of him for like the longest time. I think I like stopped watching him like in like when was like middle school for me. It was like 2009 or 10 or something. 2010 when
11?
when he stopped playing like Amnesia and like Happy Wheels and like and he started like doing just some other shit.
You also like remember like
what?
Psychic Pebbles?
Like,
that shit's crazy.
Dude,
like he showed me Psychic Pebbles before Hellbenders was out.
I gotta fucking tell you about fucking Zach Hadel, our favorite little big nosed creature.
Holy shit!
It's true. Any photo you see of him in IRL today?
Producer. Can you say that?
Yeah. Can you say that? Yeah. It was Zach Hadel. Probably one of my biggest inspirations currently right now in terms of like in like the internet medium, because he went from like pitching the show Hellbenders and then never got picked up, and then like for a while he just kind of was like a little quiet. At that time I didn't realize like he was on Oni Plays, and I love Oni Plays. Funniest fucking shit you can like listen whenever it's like Zach's on there. And then like come these days he's got his own show on Adult Swim, Smiling Friends.
Yep.
So fucking funny. I love seeing like the jokes from like Oni Plays or like that era, like far back as like his older animations, like make it to like the show, and it's like it's so funny that people are enjoying it because they're used to this like the cut off scream or the like fast like here's the setup and let me say something like really fucking like just out there as like the punchline or something. It'd be like
it's like he's really ingrained in like realistic internet culture.
Right.
That people actually like, not like the fake internet culture where it's like, wow, Neon Cat's back.
Wowzers.
Neon
fucking
Cat.
Neon Cat. Like, it's like, oh, this dude actually, like...
This guy actually knows.
These are, like, niche jokes.
Niche jokes, but they can be enjoyed by anybody.
Yeah.
I caught myself laughing, like, a bunch of times.
You caught yourself?
Oh.
Shit.
Dude. Remember the column, dude. Remember the spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's strike 2, buddy.
Yeah.
E40.
Strike 2.
Remember, I don't know if do you guys remember Psych Chuck Testa meme? Sorry, I don't know why this just came
Chuck
to me.
Testa?
Yeah.
That, that's Rhett and Link.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, they
started that?
Yeah, they're before they were famous on YouTube. They used to make commercials for businesses, and that was like their bread and butter was making commercials.
Wow.
So that dude's whole thing was like, nope, it's Chuck Testa.
Yeah,
that was their idea.
Yeah, it was Nope Chuck Testa. Yeah.
Nope, it's
I don't
Chuck
know
Testa.
Psych
Yeah, it's Rhett and Link.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Chuck
either.
Testa. I
also very talented guys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of like Rhett and Link in a way because like we also do commercials.
We do commercials.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that's pretty fucking funny.
That was just a blatant lie. I'm sorry, I've been lying a lot.
Yeah, he's been lying a lot. Yeah. He's got a problem.
Yeah.
It's just been a big bit this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lie. Take the M out of lime.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have more of that when we come back from this break. So here's this funny commercial that makes no goddamn sense. Yeah.
Hold it, Romeo. It's time for Hires, that real old-time root beer.
Since 1876, for pleasure and thirst.
You taste the difference. The flavor of actual roots, bark, and herbs.
Hires to you, all your taste desires, for purity and better flavor. Stop and have a Hires. Yes, youngsters, oldsters, all agree, here's a drink for all the family. From the bottle, fountain, and the keg, too, it's real old-time Hires root beer for pleasure and thirst. Hires to you. Patronize the refreshment stand here for popcorn, frankfurters, candy, ice cream.
And Hires root beer.
Lit. What
are you guys doing in here?
Oh,
I thought. Don't you fucking dare! I let you into my house. You come here and you hang out with my son, despite being 3 grades older, which is, it's a little weird.
No,
Junior hanging out.
Sir,
no, you're my son. Why are you saying sir? Call me father.
Father.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I let you two hang out, watch scary YouTube FNAF Markiplier.
Yeah.
Then I come in here lit, being loud as hell. 3 a.m.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sir, I made you a promise.
Yeah,
I'm not going
you
to
did.
introduce any loud to your son. I'm not going to introduce any drank. We keep things simple. We're just watching FNAF and stuff. So.
I just cut you in half with my katana.
Oh, Dad!
And you could put a little sound effect in there, me sheathing it.
Oh, Dad, that's really cool, man.
All right. Anyways, throw him in the basement with the others.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Throws him
separate in half.
Throws him down the stairs. Like. Oh yeah, that was a cool commercial.
Right.
Yeah, that was a cool commercial that happened. I have no idea what era I'm gonna pull it from, but I know it's probably from a product doesn't exist anymore.
What are you gonna be? Asbestos?
Best. Myers root beer, or fuck, I forget. Hires root beer. Yeah, Hires root beer.
What's Hires root beer?
Hires root beer is a discontinued product of the 1950. I don't even know, dude.
Fuck.
Sorry, completely unrelated. You just took a sip of water. I've never seen someone put their tongue inside the.
Did I do that?
It looked like you did. Did you
like
not?
a fucking giraffe.
I don't.
I did not. No.
Wait. Do it again.
I did not do
What
that.
you did? Okay, I think maybe it was an optical
lip?
illusion, and I saw the inside of your mouth, maybe or something. Or your
Like
lip.
my tongue's kind of closer.
He
you
laps
know?
it up.
And some
Okay.
people maybe,
From the
but
inside.
maybe
I maybe just in my peripheral. I thought you put your tongue in it, and I was like,
that hurts to do.
I
That
was
hurts
like,
to do.
how did you do that? Why did you do
It's
that?
like a
Because I'm a
giraffe.
freak. I'm Dr. Freak.
Yeah,
I
Dr.
eat ass and I suck toes.
You do.
Can you keep that in?
Was that fucking photo of that guy at the fucking the ocean? He's like cocky boing boing or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Cocky needs boy
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, cocky needs
Got
boing
fired
boing.
from
Yeah, he
Target.
got fired. I was like, poor guy.
They did not want Cocky to get boing boing.
Cocky needs
No.
boing boing. I love the edits where he looks like Fade Rotha from Dune 2. Yeah.
Oh man. So anyways, I like to kind of backpedal a little bit. I know earlier we talk about George Lucas, right? Or did we not? We didn't.
We mentioned him.
We
here or
mentioned.
We just said
George-
his name.
Yeah, we just said George Lucas a little bit. I got a very interesting factoid. Did you guys know that that Star Wars was like his side story? Like Star Wars is like a completely like fucking like just a side story to his bigger project, the Gunga Saga.
Gunga Saga.
Yeah, the Gunga Saga.
Holy shit! I didn't know about this.
You haven't heard the Gunga Saga, really?
No, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me.
I mean, anyone has heard the Gunga Saga.
Yeah, anybody's.
You invited this dude?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
I
not.
know
Well,
about this.
we need 2 point of views. One who's
Yeah.
really familiar with the Gunga Saga, and one who's like, the baby.
Yeah, the problem is that everyone listening to this definitely knows the Gunga Saga.
Yeah. If you guys are listening, please let us know in the comments your favorite part of the Gunga Saga, like the favorite scene. My favorite scene is the scene where he's stabbing a producer in the eye with a pen.
Oh, haha, I love that one too.
Yeah,
I always
dude.
watch the Gungan Saga.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
The Gunga Saga is a side. Is my main piece to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, George.
Yeah, George.
Um,
Mr. Lucas, you've given me a script here called the Gunga Saga. Can you tell me a little bit more about this big project?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very good. It's very good, Mr. Lucas. Can you tell me right here what's happening on page 17 here? Can you tell me what's happening to this Gunga? What is he doing to his spouse?
Vor. He's
Okay.
voring. Vor.
Okay,
Vor. Vor.
Alright, I get what you're saying, Mr. Lucas.
let me
But
just
this is a family movie. Do you really
Oh.
want to be introducing this kind of
What?
sick, disgusting kink to?
If you want to live in a fantasy, you can go and live in a fantasy. I live in the real world.
Look, Mr. Lucas, I've got a check right here. Let me just open this up. Yeah, I got a check right here with your name on it.
Let me see.
Why don't you tell me how you get this check? to you,
Two
George?
more zeros.
2 more zeros. Yes, yeah.
2 more. Probably 2 more.
Let me tell you, Mr. Lucas. How do you think George gets his Gunga money?
I'm George. I'm George.
Mr. Lucas, I think you just made Gunga money today, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
he has a buzzer.
Whoa, a little shock.
He shocks you like Jack Nicholson Joker.
Did you imply that George Lucas is 2 people, George and Lucas?
Mr. Lucas.
How are we thinking that George is going to get his money?
George is the one making the little noises, and Mr. Lucas is the one answering the questions.
Yeah. No, not Gunga's Saga. No, not Gunga's Universe.
No.
Gunga merch.
Yeah.
Gungi.
Gangi.
Gunga.
George, good to see you. Gangi. Alright, dude. Alright, man.
Okay, that's
Wait.
No, yeah.
No, George is. I thought George was the coherent one. And Lucas was the.
Lucas is the little homunculus that lives in his skin, like on his neck.
Oh.
It's like the little neck
What
creature.
the fuck?
Dude, this is like Dufresne.
Isn't that crazy?
Classic character.
Isn't Lucas from like Merced?
Is he?
He's from the
Central Valley.
the Central Valley.
Wow.
I
I didn't know that.
Modesto, sorry.
Yeah, he's from Modesto.
And it's crazy that Modesto is like legitimately like identical to the size of the town that we live in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, whenever he lived there.
And the parallels are kind of crazy too. Like.
Yeah, like I've always had Gungi.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always been kind of your catchphrase.
It's fucking crazy that they mentioned Fresno and Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah,
Isn't that
right.
crazy?
And
Remember?
they mention it in Captain America: First Avenger.
Yeah, Fresno. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I'm from Fresno, dick.
Yeah.
What else mentions Fresno?
Nothing. Those are the only 2 pieces. Of
There's a
the
movie with Audrey Plaza in it.
Nobody cares.
You call her Audrey?
After I said that, I was like, did I just say Audrey?
Where'd I let that
Aubrey
slide?
Plaza. Sorry.
Yeah.
American Dad, I think, mentioned it too.
He goes.
He goes, "Hey, Steve.
Remember in Family Guy?
Remember
he goes,
Fresno?
I want to move to Fresno. What the Sigma? Fresno.
What the
Wow,
Sigma?
Lois, remember that time when I was in the Central Valley and they bipped my car.
Peter, you're in Fresno.
Peter, you're in Fresno.
Peter, that's Bakersfield. That's not New York. You're
Hey,
in Bakersfield.
Peter. Hey, Peter, remember that time when you got bipped in Fresno?
What the fuck?
Whoa, what the hell?
Steve, it's not a good time.
Dad thinks I'm a coward.
Mommy is very stressed.
And then I was about to change his mind, but you know what Roger did?
Put a sock in it, Steve. Stop worrying about what your father thinks of you. For God's sake, you're almost 15 years old. If you lived in Fresno, you'd be a father by now.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna like, I'm gonna post edit the like actual audio, because it get That's crazy that happened.
We actually, I think we worked on that season of American Dad.
Oh, you guys came on.
You did. I was.
Sorry, that you joined.
You came on as like a creative consultant, and you have to mention Fresno at least once.
Yeah. Well, a thing we do, like, we've written for a couple different projects, and like we do this thing where we are trying to incorporate Fresno into it, like sneak it in there. You know, a little part of us. We did it for Family Guy. Worked on there for a couple years. So, yeah, it's just.
Did you ever see that Thanos comic?
Which one?
It's like a Thanos prequel comic. It came out like a year ago.
Yeah.
And they have Fresno in it.
Yeah.
It's like this number 1 issue of his like prequel run, whatever, like his like solo run.
Yeah.
And he like destroys a part of the Earth, and it just like shows Fresno and has a skyline and stuff, and it just gets like obliterated. I'm pretty sure or something.
Yeah.
That is
It's really cool. Really fun.
That is crazy.
Fresno, am I right, guys?
Fresno, am I right? 559.
Big things happening, bro.
Yeah, be careful the Herndon Bit Boys. I heard they're like, they're
who the
crazy.
fuck are the Herndon Bit Boys?
Oh, you
this
never
guy
heard
doesn't
of
know.
Dude, he doesn't know
Guys, I just moved here.
Dude, he doesn't know what the Herndon. Look, listen, if you're ever in the Herndon area, be careful. There's gonna be these fucking Beagle Boys from fucking DuckTales looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The Herndon Bit Boys, man.
Be fucking careful. This is not a fucking.
This
joke,
is not
right?
a
this some
joke,
serious?
dude.
Have you heard the River Park Rivermen?
Oh,
the
okay.
River
Poik?
Or the River Boy, yeah. Like that's real, dude. Herndon Bit
That's
Boys.
fucking real, dude. They fucking got my brother.
They
killed my brother.
I'm sorry, man.
Tunes.
I didn't know that.
Your brother's name's Tunes?
No, they killed Tunes. Killed my brother. So I don't like him.
Oh,
sorry.
Wow.
Look,
Damn.
man. I'm
Put
really
some dip on them, dude. They're just
some dip.
Yeah. If you're ever visiting the San Francisco area, be fucking careful of Jack the Bipper.
Oh, shit.
I'm not. That guy is a force to be reckoned with. Don't ever introduce Jack the Bipper to the Herndon Bit Boys. They're gonna pull a heist gone round the world. Okay.
Dude.
We are like a couple words away from just saying entirely incoherent
from Skibbity, Ohio,
Skibbity,
Gat.
Ohio, like,
this sounds like we went.
How about that prick's face when he saw the Gat?
Yeah. whatever you do in Fresno, dude, don't run into Quandale Dingle. Like that's the
Turkish Quandale Dingle. How you feel about him?
Yeah.
Turkish Quandale Dingle.
TikTok Riz Party. Did you go?
Yeah, I did.
Thoughts on group leader?
Yeah.
Group leader.
How about that prick's face when he saw the Gat?
What about second in command? How you feel about him?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's cool. I fuck with
Tony
it.
Stark was able to go in this in a cave with a phantom tax.
They're gonna say a box of scraps.
The Phantom Tax, man. Are you gonna go see Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, I got tickets for it. I hope I don't encounter more crying people in the theater.
Really?
Who the fuck was crying?
There was like a few people who.
Who's crying? Spider-Man happy.
Spider-Man happy. Spider-Man got the defeat.
I honestly don't know at what point you'd cry in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, not in 3. I can see 2.
know,
maybe.
1 and 2 you can cry.
It's because people who like didn't get to see this movie like when they were younger like would probably...
fucking boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Fucking boo-hoo.
Some people died before the movie came out.
I know people.
What about them?
I know people who died at that shit.
Venom came out.
Topher Grace just comes out. Hey, how you doing, people?
Dude, I love Topher Grace.
Me too.
That's an inspiration right there, bro. That's what I base
big
myself
guy,
on.
man.
You do give Topher Grace.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
I tried to check it out. What the hell?
That was-
Standing ovation.
Ready?
Yeah.
This will ruin me.
Wow,
Dude,
that was incredible.
Give that motherfucker.
I like when
Emmy
he's like it's not always about flagpoles or whatever. when he fucking puts Peter
Oh
down.
my God.
You're when they do the Topher Grace documentary, I know who they're gonna call.
No, when they do the Topher Grace biopic.
Yeah.
Ready for a scene from that?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm filming some kind of like 70s show.
That's the final line of the documentary.
And it cuts to black and the credits roll. There you go.
Montage of pics of him like growing up.
Yeah, growing up.
Yeah. And then like R.I.P.
Oh.
His birthday to 2025.
Topher's dead?
Yeah.
But I'm starring in this?
Yeah.
How old am I?
You're like I don't know. You look young enough.
All right, AI.
Yeah, the AI. The thing off. I got another little hypothetical for you guys.
I love hypotheticals.
You ready?
What would you do if your mom and your girlfriend switched bodies?
What would you do? I don't know.
Kicking the shit like a monster.
Imagine if you will, a little switcheroo. It's like Freaky Friday, but it's not real.
Freaky Friday? Like eat ass and suck toes freakies? Doctor Strange? Doctor Freak?
Imagine if you will, a robot. In your room.
Yeah?
Sitting on the bed.
Keep going.
Okay.
Does nothing.
Alright.
It's not even turned on.
I am.
Oh, dude.
Oh, we missed.
Oh, dude.
No, we hit.
We hit. Oh, we hit.
You hit. Anyways, the real hypothetical
Still hit though.
Real hype. It's fucking metal. What are you gonna do with it?
With a robot?
No, yeah.
We get creative.
No, okay. Anyways, the real hypothetical is, let's say one day, and you probably heard about this. Josiah, you heard about this way more because I won't shut up about it. Anyways, Raj, what if you were one day you were shopping at the grocery store, right? You're just normally just looking at the, buying some vegetables, or whatever. And all of a sudden you hear, cut, right? And then all of a sudden the lights dim up. The set starts coming. They start moving the set apart, and then the director's like, "Great, you did great, Mr. Gary Oldman." And you look up and you realize you're Gary Oldman.
Holy
You've been
shit.
Gary Oldman this whole time. You've just been acting in a movie, playing a fella.
Just a guy. Dude, I don't know. I see. I'd imagine that'd break me to some point, but also
Knowing that.
part of me would kind of be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm Gary Oldman."
Fuck, I'm Gary Oldman.
All right, yeah, sure. Hey, where's my coffee?
I was in Fifth Element, fucking.
Yeah, I'd immediately get really cocky and arrogant.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I asked for my coffee 2 hours ago.
He has an accent?
hours ago.
I don't know what he sounds like in real life.
I think he's just a normal American accent guy.
I asked for my coffee
He's
2 hours
British.
ago. Oh.
No, he's not.
Gary Oldman?
Is he?
Yeah.
His name is Oldman.
He's super British.
And Gary.
Old man, but he's like fucking
Do
27.
you think he was like, hey, what's going on? I'm fucking Gary.
I thought he was like a fucking American guy.
I'm pretty.
This shit actually broke me, like when I found out House, from House MD. Like I thought like his actor was like actually a British guy. He's like, I speak an American accent because I know about medicine. And it's
Dude, I love that guy.
I love that guy too. He's like,
his character's such a piece of shit. I love it.
He's like a piece of shit, but he's like in the right piece of
Yeah.
shit because he actually knows like his shit.
Yeah. Oh, we got an ad play.
Oh, we got an ad play.
I'm trying to hear Gary Oldman on
Gary
Fallon.
Oldman. All right, hang on. We're gonna post edit this audio. Be quiet.
I'll just get it
everybody.
close. I'll just get this one close.
No. I can post edit it. It's okay. Just send me the clip, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah, save the clip, man.
Yeah, but they don't hang in the Hall of Fame as great impressions.
I wasn't that far off.
Holy shit, you're actually right. He is. Oh my god, broke my reality again. Oh my.
They don't hang.
They don't hang
Not
as
what he
low.
sounded like at all.
They
sag.
They don't hang as low as they used to, but they sag.
They definitely.
Sounds
They
like
don't have the same give.
they sound like. It sounds like. Sounds like my fucking.
Gary, that's fucking vile, dude.
Gary, you need to shut the fuck up, man.
Gary, don't talk about them like that.
Sorry. Can I get a cup of tea?
Can I get a cup of top?
Can I get some chip butties?
Some chip buddies?
No, it's a British thing. I don't know.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like chip butties or something. It's like spelled like Botty or something.
Some butties?
Yeah. Anyways. Let's get into some questions because we got quite a bit.
Shit.
Oh, we actually got questions. We got like.
I want to get a number. 3,000.
6.
6. That's pretty good.
Like 6. This is actually more than I usually would get on a normal typical. So thank you guys for sending your questions.
Shout out.
I'm glad you guys actually care.
The Lime Army.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. First question. Casually unlucky, and by the way, the next few questions are going to be from this fella. Casually unlucky.
6 of them.
It's all 6 of them. I'm just kidding. Casually unlucky asks, "Why the hell is Josiah so goddamn good looking?"
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't believe I am, but I appreciate that.
Yeah,
you are, man.
Follow-up
Look at
question.
you.
Yeah, dude, he's like,
Yeah.
he's like fucking.
Who is this?
Yeah, I know.
Who are they?
You got a fan.
Hey.
You got a fan.
I'll send him. Is this my own account?
Yeah. It was a
burner.
follow-up question to that. He said, like, seriously, though, who let that man look like the reincarnation of Pierce Brosnan.
Did he die? Is Pierce Brosnan dead?
No. Yeah, he just played. He's in Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Dude, you give me like a young Pierce Brosnan.
That's a crazy compliment. That dude's handsome as hell.
I'll let him know that you appreciate.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he appreciates it. Okay.
I don't see it, but I'll take it. Tinder bio.
Okay, his real.
I'm like Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. His real question here. Coming up here says, for real though, how would you describe the Central Valley to people who've never been here? I could tell you how I would describe it. I describe it as just, you got downtown over there, and then you got all the fucking fun shit going up like to River Park, and that's pretty much it.
Well, it's like Fresno only though.
Oh no, okay, we're talking about the Central Valley as a whole. I don't know. This place is like fucking Amphibia, dude. It's like a goddamn bowl. You know,
it's like probably the least exciting part of California.
Like, I have to say that if you're coming through here, you're only coming through here. You're only like, because if you're gonna go to the fucking beach, go like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Go 2 hours.
It's coming through here.
Yeah. And when you're coming through, you're coming.
Yeah, dude. When you're coming hard to the fucking Central Valley, you're coming.
Yes.
Through the Central Valley. Yeah.
I don't know, like
not real interesting.
Yeah, I'd say like. There's still like
right.
I think the similar like it's not like some people try to make it seem like California's so big that everyone's so you go to North, you go to South California, everyone's different. But it's like I think culturally people have like same like California, like overall like you go North California, Central Valley, South. I feel like it's kind of a similar like vibe.
Right.
And the Valley, I think it's just like it has less to do. It's like it's just like a more boring thing. Like it's not like South California, which is like super big in population and has like a lot of like art stuff going on there, and like the beach, and like Northern California has like big cities like San Francisco and San Jose.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's like this is more like our agriculture, and there's like
we are the reason that America stands on its 2 feet.
Exactly.
We really are. Yeah.
So like we still get a lot of the California like benefits because we're close to things.
Yeah.
And like the general vibe is there, and some of the weather and stuff, but yeah, it's not like. It's not like I saw fucking Gary Oldman.
Yeah, keep fucking rolling around Gary Oldman. Yeah, it's not the one place you would have to visit in California because there's a whole bunch of other fucking places you could be visiting in California. Central Valley though.
But great food. Whenever the air quality is clean, it's very beautiful.
Oh yeah, you can see
a lot of areas because there's a lot of like really cool like farm area.
We got Yosemite.
And the mountains. Yeah, you can see the mountains on both sides.
We got the fucking beaches.
We got the underground garden.
The people are great. Yeah. Great people.
Great people. I would say we're kind of like the glue that holds America together.
You know, we're like the heart of like how, like there's like the heart of Texas.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a fucking what is that like Austin or I don't fucking know fucking place. Yeah, Central Valley is pretty much the heart of California.
It's one of those things too where like if you grow up in the Central Valley, it's like of course you can like shit talk things about it that you don't like, but when someone else is like the Valley, I'm like come on,
like, come on,
I
man.
feel like some people it's like it has problems of course and it has things, but I always think it's crazy that like growing up in the Central Valley, and it's like we're not anywhere crazy, like we're just like in a pretty like suburb farm town, right? But it's still like so many people when you go to like other big cities are like Fresno or like Central Valley, what the fuck? What do you do there? Or they're like, holy shit, yeah. And I'm like, it has like, I understand, but it's like, it does, maybe a benefit, honestly, is that whenever we've gone to other cities, everyone always makes it seem like we're crazy for where we live. So it's like, any of those things of like, dude, you go to LA or you go to San Francisco, fucking like, it's gonna be a shock. It's like, not really.
Yeah,
it just feels like, California, and if like, it's funny, just like, we went to LA, people in LA were like, Fresno? Shit, I mean, like, shit.
You must have been through some shit.
And I'm like, not really.
Yeah, I rode on a tractor a couple times. That's cool. You probably haven't done that.
Me?
No, like the LA people.
Oh yeah. Probably less likely, huh?
Yeah.
I remember teachers like frequently saying shit like, you know, I saw a video the other day and it was like a girl in LA and they asked her where her food comes from and she said the grocery store.
There's no fucking
stupid.
I was like, there's no
talent.
That fucking stupid. Like, yeah.
Also, it does.
Yeah, I mean,
technically, but like, you want to go a little farther back. It comes from the farm.
Comes from my backyard.
From the crops.
Yeah. We're not the ones doing it. We're making podcasts. We're trying to make the valley more like the south.
Well, we have the lime farming company.
We do the lime farming company.
Yeah.
We do.
I heard you guys had to fight off a bunch of
mosquitoes.
You know, not a bunch of mosquitoes. You had to fight off a bunch of like people who like came on the property and you you like shot them and you just said like it was just a rebuttal. You said.
Come on, keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that low.
You're just protecting your property.
I'm looking at. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that out because.
And if you keep talking like this, dude, we're gonna fucking you and your brother are gonna Freaky Friday switch bodies.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
We got the tech to do that shit.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to do that.
We have not only do we have the technological advancements to switch your minds. I also for years have had the magical prowess to switch minds. So if you're like,
it was kind of pointless actually to make the tech.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but I've been saying this for fucking years. Josiah has like something magical going on with him. Like, I've been saying this for
he's always got like a twinkle in his eyes. That's really special.
He always like hides in his little like tree trunk house, like doing little wizard spells and shit. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Doc says that it's like a pus. I've always thought of it as like a magical.
Jesus Christ. Anyways,
I see orbs.
Anyways, moving on with the question here. We got one from
559. Shout out.
We got one from
JG Quintel. Did you hear?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, JG Quintel is actually from the 559.
The guy in the regular show.
Wow.
He's from Hanford.
Yeah.
Get him on.
That's why that show's so real, because he also grew up in a city like Fresno, which is in California, but there's jack shit to do.
Yeah, and he went up. He went all the way to LA. Can I get a O for my JG Quintel lovers out there? Ready? Oh. That was fucking terrible.
Hey, get more fucking, come on, you know?
Yeah. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh! That's really out of key, though.
Right. It's like, it's more like a whoa.
It's like a whoa.
All right.
Okay, ready? All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! There we go.
There it is. I gotta cut out the other two, but
JG fucking spawns in.
JG usually says, what's up, dudes? I'm like, where's close enough at canceled?
So he's like, don't fucking bring this shit.
Don't bring this shit up. Anyways, next question comes from Chris Yu. He says, "What keeps you going during what you do content wise? Also, keep up the great work."
For me, it's just going back home to Missus. She keeps me going.
Going back home to his Missus. When
They're like a.
We got like a challengers thing.
Yeah, I was like, is there like a rival thing going on?
An arrival.
Oh man!
You see that pose where it's like fucking just like an edited photo where it's like while he's out serving, I'm taking care of her. I'm fucking a cop's wife.
I'm fucking a cop's wife.
Yeah. Or the famous tweet of like, "What has the military done for you?" It's like I'm scared of fireworks and my wife fucked all my friends. But the cop one was all right.
I think what keeps
the firework part, man, it's hard, dude.
Jesus
you're
Christ. Right. I think what keeps me going.
Is that like a real person? And she fucked all of my friends.
All of my friends.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I think the one thing that keeps me going is just watching people enjoy the stuff that I do, that I work on.
Yeah.
I think because they have a lot of stuff to say about it. They still won't shut up about the Chinese beaver meme.
I love the Chinese beaver.
I went back and did the second one where he points the snake gun at the frog.
I love that where he goes like, he counts down and he's like, you missed your chance. I saw the clip. I love the actual clip from
the actual movie.
Or like the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger was talking about that a while ago.
Yeah. Chinese beaver.
I gave you a chance, you didn't take it.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Like
that's good.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah, I felt like I was right in front of Chinese beaver.
You're getting a gun pointed at you by a Chinese beaver gangster.
Yeah. But you said, what was it? What keeps
just what keeps you going, like content wise?
And I'd say like
what you do.
I genuinely just like doing it. Like I felt like when I'm making, like if I'm like watching a movie or something about like I don't like movies and like videos I know are separate mediums.
Yeah.
But it's like a similar thing of just like creating something, and whether it's like comedy or it's just like I don't know, something about the fact of like crafting it and putting this thing together, and it can either be impactful in like a genuinely like maybe more like meaningful way when someone watches a film and they're like, oh, I want to be a better person, or it could have them like crying and stuff, right? And it could be healing for them. But also just like a genuinely a good funny YouTube video, I think is so like cool, and like it's really nice and it's entertaining, and it's like I love making something, and then I do love that people can enjoy it and be like, oh, I love this aspect of it, right? And it's just like I don't know, something about crafting something from your own, like it's one of the only forms of art that you like, not the only forms of art, but just art is one of the only forms in life that you could do that kind of thing,
right?
And I think film and YouTube in a way cause like a kind of extension at a certain point, but like I think it's one of the only mediums, film especially, that like you can change people's minds through it. Like you watch a movie, that's like the easiest way that you could like understand a perspective within 2 hours, right? You can have a completely new perspective because of a fake character that's based off someone. And so I think it is cool being like, I want to put myself into this, and then maybe someone else can get like an experience, or it can help them in some way, or it could just be entertaining for them in some way. That's always motivating. And also, if you don't do it, I feel fucking depressed. If I'm just like, it's been a year, no video. Oh,
I need video.
I feel withered.
I mean, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and a film is like 1,000 pictures. So.
Oh my god!
Raj,
Chills,
dude,
you know, chills.
Holy shit.
Can you put that? Can you put that in like many more in a fucking book and publish it?
That's
dude?
crazy.
Yeah.
Call it
Rajisms.
Rajisms.
That's gonna be the audio, like the Raj edit.
Yeah.
Like it's like a TikTok edit where it's like inspirational. It's like they say worth 1,000 words, and a film's 1,000 pictures, and it's like dun dun dun. Him like on fucking like red carpet
walking.
Take an award.
Yeah.
And then it's me in the crowd.
No. Just like
crying.
All right. Anyways, next question comes from big fan of the Lime podcast, Eva May, and she says, "Probs basic, but what made you start podcasting / posting videos online? You're all hilarious, by the way. Thank you.
Oh,
Eva
thank
May.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have quite a bit of lore on how we even ended up online.
Do you want to share it real quick?
Yeah, so
Go on.
years and years and years ago, I came to Josiah, and I was like, you like making stuff, I like making stuff, let's make stuff. And then we, even at the time, you know what's funny, we mentioned Conan earlier. At the time, I think when I approached you, I was like, Conan style, you know, like just like kind of his like bits that he does when they go out to like a store and like just like do silly stuff. And we tried filming that, and Chris was actually there. He
was our camera guy.
Yeah, he helped record a lot of it.
Oh.
But
This is like senior year of high school.
Yeah, a lot of it was just like there was no real sense of direction in what we were doing yet. And then from there it turned into like let's make like a kind of like a short film thing where we like the whole bit of it is that we don't know what to do, so we try different genres, and like it's like a funny thing, and we filmed a lot of stuff for that.
Dude, we filmed a lot.
Yeah, like that's like genuinely like there's a ton of just footage in that. And then that never really came out either, 'cause, like, again, it just felt kind of all over the place. And then we were like, while we work on because I mean, I think we can both agree, like live action stuff, short films, sketches, things like that, like we really do love making that, and then some of the stuff we're most proud of. But while we were doing that, we were like, why not something like, you know, a podcast is pretty easy, simple, not easy, but like it's content that like anyone
can do it.
No.
Growing era, anybody can do it.
Different motherfucking microphone.
It's like there's something stable and something like this can help motivate me to do other things. Like if I have the feeling of like we're doing this like at a scheduled pace and like getting out our it's a way we can get our style of comedy out. And you know the visual part of it, our podcast isn't a visual podcast, so we don't.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe soon.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we haven't had to worry about that. So we just went in that direction. Also, it was in the pandemic, so it was just a podcast just made more sense.
Yeah.
And then from then, I mean, I think we've just been trying to work on being more consistent and getting kind of leaning more into the physical side.
Right.
Not physical. Yeah, physical side.
Yeah, I guess.
We got real physical.
I think. I think like too that just because like it's funny being like we wanted to do a podcast because it's like I think if, like I don't know, you listen to podcasts? Like I listen to podcasts pretty often.
Yeah.
I love throwing on a good funny podcast. Like Weekly Planet, shout out. Yeah. Funny guys, really good guys. But it's like you were like, I remember in high school talking with like some friends about making a podcast because like that joke about everyone wanting to do it was like legitimately kind of true.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever you brought it up, it seemed like I wasn't even like super excited when you first mentioned it because it wasn't like I had that idea for a podcast. So you're like, we could do a podcast, and I was like, oh, like I don't know because I've never talked for that long.
Yeah.
Or like you know that format is weird.
Yeah.
But it was like that thing of, well, if we do this, it's just us talking and we can kind of get more. It's good to like workshop like YouTube bantering kind of thing, and then we could also. It can keep you like posting something and getting your out there in some form, even if it's to local people. But then it was also like we can eventually get guests on there, and that fun idea is just like this can be a thing of. Well, like other things we may might like. Sorry, hold on. This caffeine's fucking kicking my ass. Other things we might like more to make like a short film or like a sketch or like a commentary video or whatever.
Right.
But having that podcast is just a consistent effort there that you can communicate about, and also meet new people through that, because you're not gonna be like, hey man, you want to hop on this video? It's like, you can do that, but you're not talking to them really.
Yeah.
But the ironic fact is that I think we shot ourselves in the foot over the years.
Yeah.
We're constantly like, this isn't good enough.
Yeah.
This thing isn't coming to fruition, and we've only just fairly recently been actually just like, fuck it, put it out like this.
Just full send it.
Yeah, and it feels a lot better that way, because you're like, now next project, next
right.
thing.
Yeah, you're able to kind of just see the improvements. It kind of goes full circle to the thing we said about like, while you're filming something, you feel like this isn't good enough, or I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
But like, if you just keep doing it and like you get over that mental hurdle of like, you want it to be a certain, like, you're never gonna start at perfect. You know, you kind of have to work your way there.
We haven't even really gone over that hurdle fully yet.
We haven't yet. Like, we're
just more so like getting consistent with it. And by the time this comes out, maybe, when will this come out? A couple of weeks?
Tonight, dude.
I don't know.
Months? Years?
Maybe it's not gonna be released ever. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
We're getting cut.
Oh, shit.
No, you're not getting cut.
The shit you said earlier about the whole R. Kelly thing that we cut out.
I did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by that point, hopefully we'll have a couple podcasts out and a couple other videos.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm excited for that. I think rounding this question off to me, I don't know. I started this just as like an idea in my head, and I was like, I want something else for my channel, because a majority of it is like a lot of the voice acting, a lot of the comic dubs and stuff, and I'm like, I want something that I can, one that's like more easier to do, doesn't take as much time editing, and that I can just kind of, it's like a sort of like a side project that I don't really like. It's kind of like a little low maintenance for me. Like, I don't care what happens to it. I don't care if like, if it doesn't get any views. I just like doing it genuinely.
Yeah.
And it's I like to see how it's influenced other people around me. You guys, shout out to 1224 Podcast. Theirs is like more animation centered, and they kind of started it because of me, and I was like, oh shit, how about that? And at least that's on that front. Posting the comic dub stuff that just stemmed from like when I was like 18, I wanted to like do acting, and then I thought, acting's break into it's kind of fucking hard. And then I found out about the whole industry of like voice acting. I was like, what, there's fucking people behind like doing the character voice and stuff, and it's like a much bigger industry than you was like, because it's not just like cartoons. You can do audiobooks, you can do fucking I'm already slipping my mind. Audiobooks, radio commercials,
video games,
and like just narration for like movies or something. It doesn't fucking
anything,
it can be anything that's audio based, and it's so cool. And I thought, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And look where I am now. I'm kind of like going up, and I'm just, I don't know. I've, taking what little knowledge I learned from like fucking high school drama and like the little bit of like theater classes I took in college, I just kind of rolled with it. Eventually though, I do want to like take a moment to just like, hey, I'm gonna stop posting videos because I want to like go
full blown.
Yeah, like I want to go like get more enamored into auditions and stuff, because I only do that so much these days, and like pay money to go get workshopped by a veteran of the VA industry, because there's a lot of them hold classes, and it's like it's really easy to get taught by them.
And we live so close to LA too that you can definitely.
And fuck, you don't even need to live in LA these days. The fact that like we're living in a digital age where how we do stuff, voice acting, remote voice acting has become way more popular, because you don't have to go all the way down to the studio. You could just do it in the comfort of your own home,
in a closet.
You could have a little booth built. You could have a little, part of your house, just put some fucking foam on the walls and call it a fucking day, as long as it's like nice and clear and stuff. And that you could just go off of that. You can build success off of that. Granted, it's like you gotta like there's a lot more. Like you of course don't have an agent, so you're the one responsible for booking a lot of your own roles, but at least you get to pick and choose. There's a lot of pros and cons to each, but at the end of the day, getting into voice acting, whether you're doing it as a hobby or as a career, hell of a lot easier than it was 25 years ago, because a bunch of shit was a bunch of analog, and now you can just use Audacity, use a good microphone, and post your just keep consistent with auditions and stuff. So much fun. I won't ever stop doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, your comics are awesome.
Yeah.
The comic.
The comic
videos.
Those
are great.
Just stuff I adapt that from already pre-existing. A lot of it's a misconception. People think like you draw this. Like no, no, I don't even write this fucking shit. I'm just going off of the speech bubbles and stuff. I just adapt it.
Yeah.
You know, I put life to it. I put voices to it. I get a little scared sometimes because I think like, what if the author like fucking like his, because the author is like, or at least the one I'm doing right now, I Hate Fairyland, Scotty Young. At least he's busy. I mean, from the looks of it, he's always busy, like, you know, writing his next comic or whatever. But I always fucking fear that one day his like kid or kids are gonna be like, hey dad, look, somebody like put voices to you. Like, it's gonna get so popular that it's gonna eventually reach him. And then that's when I'm like, either one of two things that I'm fearing is like, either I'm fucked because you'd be like, hey, stop that.
Yeah.
I will like, if you don't fucking stop this shit, I'll fucking sue you, or that, or he'd be like, oh man, that's so cool, man, like keep up, you know, keep it up, whatever. Because it's like comics already like, I don't know, it stopped. It like the first run of it like stopped publishing in like 2016 or something. It like ran for like 3 years or something. So that story's all done, and you know. So like he does still show interest in it because I mean it is kind of like his you know, that work that got him his name more out there.
Yeah.
And what eventually gave way to like make him like publish his own story at Image. But like I don't know, you sometimes never know. Either he could be like fucking stop this right now, or he could be beyond flattered to have it, you know, because for all I know, he probably never put voices to these characters. He's just like, I just draw them, I write them, and I just publish them, and I don't really care. And it's like, cool. I don't know. I'm not too worried about that because there's other people that do like much bigger, like publish comic stuff. Like they'll do fucking Marvel, they'll do fucking DC, they'll do fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, like the IDW publishing, whatever. And I'm just like, they don't seem to care because it's like a bigger established fucking character and franchise and stuff. Other than that, you know, I just like, you know, going down to just like voicing them, because I do a lot of the process, like the creative process behind it. I like go voice direct the actors. That's why like a majority of the performances aren't so stagnant. I work one-on-one with them as much that I can with them, because some of them are just like, oh, you know, I can't do, like, I don't want to do fucking voice section with you because I'm not used to that. Or it's like, fine, all right, cool. I mean, you only get like 1 or 2 lines in this thing, but like for the main characters, it's like I have to go one-on-one because it's so great. And I don't know, maybe it shows in the way that the characters interact with each other and the way that they can perform on their own. Majority of that is my directing. I'm directing the way that the episode's going. And then, you know, I do editing, I do voice mixing, I do the fucking fly, you know, hey guy, that's me, Larry, I want to fluff and shoot myself in the head. And yeah, it's all just me, just going forward from this. And I don't think I'll stop until we reach the end of that series, of course.
Is it still going on, new ones?
The sequel to it is, but right now, I mean, it's cool and all. My cast knows about it, but like I have no fucking plans to adapt or anything. I just want to, like, when I'm done with Fairyland, I want to be done with Fairyland for a fucking while.
You hear that, Fairyland fans? Fuck off.
You heard that shit?
Fairyland. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love it. We love to hate it.
Yeah, shut up.
We love to hate Fairyland.
Maybe Fairyland fans are like Taylor fans.
No. They love it though. I love what they do.
That's interesting. Directing actors is always interesting.
It is.
I've assisted directed on some stuff, but like the stuff we make is always interesting because like it's just interesting seeing our process. Even in that Proto Lime video, those clips, we've rewatched them, and like you could kind of see us go into director mode and then actor mode of like we're like, okay, yeah, let's go and take it from there, and then like and then we're like, yeah, okay, all right, and action. And then we're like, whoa, like, whoa. You know, it's kind of interesting to see that switch.
There was like a clip like that on the Churro video where we're like, you're like singing and you're like, okay.
Yeah, we lock in. Yeah, we have the famous Steven clip.
Oh,
like, do you remember?
When Steven makes a joke?
No, that was Chris makes a joke. Remember? And then Stevens was the fucking the oven, the tea.
Oh my
Right?
gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
For that video we talked about earlier, we're trying to get it boiling over.
Oh, I remember this. Like, whoa, it's kind of spoiling over. It's like, dude, you just fucked the whole thing.
I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. We were trying to get a shot of the thing boiling over, and then like everyone was quiet trying to get it. And I forgot what you said. You were like,
no, I was like, that pot's like boiling over. A little bit.
you
Like,
turn
I
it
said
down,
some,
you know.
Yeah, like I said something fucking stupid. Like, turns it down a little bit. You're like, shut the fuck up, Steven.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
It was like after like 15 minutes of being like, how can we get this to boil?
Right, let me get let's get 2 questions left in because
gotcha.
we're rambling a little bit. Okay, Inkworth, they said, what else is in store for Lime and other ventures for y'all?
Oh,
we're gonna buy Disney.
Yeah, we're buying, and then we're buying Apple.
Ooh. Disney Apple Lime.
Yeah, take that, Jeff Bezos, whatever fucking millionaire out there.
Next for Lime though, let's think.
Said more sketches, right?
Yeah, just more live action stuff. I think.
Yeah, I'd say for the rest of this year, what we're trying to do is a video a week, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Video or podcast.
Podcast every other week. Might become live action, like not live action, but might become fucking visual podcast too.
Right. Yeah.
But podcast every other week with in between being either like a commentary video or a sketch or just kind of something around those lines, like live action thing. Hopefully make some short films this year.
Yeah.
And it's like whether that's like under the Lime brand or
Lime Productions.
Yeah, or it's like it's just us two, technically. So it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we'll try to get like super consistent with Lime because it's getting to the point where like
we have to this year or it's
never, dude. We're gonna be back here in 5 years, be like, yeah, so we got Lime 10 out, and I just got promoted.
Yeah,
I got promoted at my job, and I'm getting 17.
Whoa, love that minimum wage.
But yeah, it's like genuinely just like just putting forth the effort of like
being consistent.
Yeah, it's that, but also like even if it's like I think it's easy in the mindset to be like, I can't hit this quality, so why am I going to do this?
Right.
Or I'm not going to be successful, so why am I going to do this? But even if you're just consistent and you're making stuff that you're passionate about and you feel like you like and is good, you meet so many more people and so many more people care about it in some form that you can get connections through that. And through like that is like you can meet so many more people that you respect as well, which I think is like the hope in some form.
Yeah. Right. To put it simply, I think we were losing the I don't give a fuck war, but now we're trying to win the I don't give a fuck war.
Okay, fucking love that. Yeah. All right, last question comes from Code Deoxys, and they ask, Toby or Andrew? Talk about Spider-Man.
Oh, notice that they didn't mention Tom.
They didn't mention Tom. Interesting.
It's pretty interesting. I think
we had Tom on our podcast.
Yeah, we did actually. Have Tom
did
on
you guys
podcast.
cut that episode because you saying a bunch of like?
No, he had to leave.
Yeah, we kicked him out a little bit. Yeah,
he kicked him out of it.
We're okay now.
I'd have to say Toby.
Toby.
I'm gonna say Andrew.
I'm feeling some sort of pressure to say Tom here. I don't know about a certain pattern or something.
I don't know,
both
dude. You think about
both are incredible. Like all three are really great actors.
They
I think.
are,
and I think they're really great in the role. Yeah. And I love like the Toby films are some of my favorite.
Yeah.
But Andrew's my favorite like personal Spider-Man. I think.
I remember you said that like for like way ages ago that
you were early
that you loved Andrew because he was like a his Peter Parker.
Thank you.
Like
all these fake motherfuckers after No Way Home. Oh wait, he's actually good.
He's actually good. You're like fuck you.
I'm like the problem was never with him. The problem was always like like Sony affecting writing. Like those films had good creatives.
Yeah, I love his Spider-Man. I love his Peter too. People always talk about his Peter's not Peter, but it's like, bro,
his Peter's pretty Peter.
His Peter's very Peter.
Like, cause I think people say his Peter's not Peter because they're like, oh, he's like awkward but kind of cool. But I'm like, but Toby's Peter's also like an outcast. Like they treat Toby's Peter like he has no friends.
Yeah.
And like Peter usually is somewhat. So it's like they have different changes.
People bring up the skateboarding thing. It's like, what kid in 2014 is like the coolest,
I think
the popular kid skateboarder?
I think the reason why people like just dislike Andrew's Peter is because like there's fucking moments where like he's like feels a little too remember like the fucking basketball scene was like being cocky with his powers. Like who wouldn't fucking get cocky with it? Get spider powers.
That.
Yeah,
because I think Peter Parker a big trait too is that he's kind of like he has a bit of a
he's a little shithead sometimes.
Yeah, like he's a good person.
He's a shithid, you know.
Like he chooses to be a good person. Like but he constantly will do shit where you're like, they do in the Toby ones too, where you're like, he's a kind of an asshole. Like in Spider-Man 2, the fact that he goes to MJ and is like, I'm a different person now, like immediately, without even thinking about the fact of like, should I do this yet? She's getting married. Like, he
Right.
does a lot of selfish things. So when it's like he gets powers, he's gonna fucking dunk on his
Right.
bully.
Well then, that does it for the questions.
All right.
I think after this, plugins. I know you guys have a lot of cool things to plug in, right?
Yeah.
What's the big thing that what's the big central focus? Come on, Josiah, you know this one.
Ooh, you know.
Come on.
Vine.
Timer on the clock.
Vine. 6 seconds.
A million views.
Fucking Lime. We are Lime at Lime Podcast on everything because Lime is, believe it or not, Lime isn't the best name to have if you're trying to get socials.
Yeah. It's a little tough.
At Lime Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Our email is at thelime.
Okay, all right, I think that you need to go that far.
Our no, I'm putting our email out there.
Yeah. Please email us.
We have it public.
Oh yeah, it's a business email.
Business email.
Yeah.
If you want to email us at thelimepodcast@gmail.com, any questions, inquiries,
death threats.
I guess send them to us. I guess.
Yeah, you can send it.
know.
It's better us than someone else.
I know. That would suck. Don't send them to someone else.
Yeah, and then you can follow me at Weird Magic Piggy on Twitter, Instagram, fucking YouTube, because I learned how to do the username YouTube thing. I changed it instead of it being a bunch of jumbled fucking letters. So yeah, you can find that. Alternatively, you could just look up Pixel Ham on YouTube because the rebrand was cool. I love it.
X Pixel Ham.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you love Weird Magic Piggy and you want to come over to Lime, maybe we pop podcast.
Maybe we might have Bacon Hour over.
Yeah, maybe instead of Bacon Hour X Lime, it's Lime X Bacon Hour.
And we were thinking, is it Lime X Bacon Hour, like a crossover, or is it versus?
Yeah, versus.
I think
we're gonna duel.
I think it's X because this is a big crossover, so so it's like.
But like Batman v Superman though.
I don't know. That'd be if it were that, I think this would be a whole fucking debate for like an hour.
We didn't even bring up the allegations against.
Yeah,
Bacon
we
Hour.
didn't bring it. Okay, we could do that in our. That's more Lime kind of.
Yeah. Well,
this is there's technically going to be a sequel to this podcast.
Yeah, the
episode crossover thing. So
that'll be pretty soon.
Also, we mentioned earlier, very poetic that our first Lime episode was here in the studio.
Yeah.
We were here for it, and the last ever Bacon Hour episode, we're also here for it.
Yeah, we're here for the last one.
Yeah.
We're here for the first one.
Yeah, this is a really cool full circle.
Full circle.
Moment. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So, anyways, closing thoughts.
Thank you for having us. It's been a very fun time. I hope
great
that we
time.
answered well.
Hope we behaved well.
Hope we behaved
On our
well.
best
And we're
behavior.
just kind
I'm gonna
people.
give you guys a fucking Pop-Tart and an apple juice box when you guys
Thank
get
you.
out the door.
Thank you. Everyone out there.
Gold star too.
Hey, everyone out there, be good people.
Yeah.
Be
good.
kind.
Be
open-minded.
Do better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
I'd like to also say I love having both of you on here.
Thank you.
This was such a very fun episode to do. It's just been fun banger episodes to do so far. So thank you for coming
Appreciate
on.
it, man. Thank you.
All right.
You're doing fantastic stuff. Keep it up.
I will.
You have Lime support.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
You as well, producer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mr.
producer in the back over there. We
Yeah.
love him. All right. Well, I believe that does it.
Sorry.
What?
I forgot to say.
Yeah?
Have a damn good one. Now you do your outro.
Oh, shit. All right, that does it today for the Bacon Hour podcast. This special episode, Bacon Hour X Lime crossover episode. I hope all of you enjoyed listening in to our funny, witty banter. See you in the next one, everybody. Mwah.